Hello, good morning, everyone. Welcome to today's webinar. My name is Gia Lee with Alpha X RE Capital, Apex Homes. Today, we're going to walk through a new law that is reshaping how California think about housing, AB 1033. We'll explain what the law does, why it matters, what the process looks like in practice, and most importantly, how it creates new opportunities for homeowners, buyers, and cities. And I'll show how Apex Homes has already delivered California's first ADU condo conversion under AB 1033, right here in San Jose. So let's start with the basics. What is AB 1033? So AB 1033 is a California state law that took effect January the 1st, 2024. It focuses on accessory dwelling units, ADUs. These are the backyards, cottages, garage conversion, and small secondary homes, and many of you are already familiar with. Here's the breakthrough. AB 1033 allows cities and counties to pass ordinance so ADUs can be sold separately from the main house, which means the ADUs can have its own legal title, it can qualify for its own mortgage, it can be financed, sold, and owned independently. But this is very important. Here's the catch. It's not automatic. Each city or county must opt in by passing their own ordinance. Now, what does it look like in practice? Here are some three key components that we need to keep in mind. The first is legal framework from cities. That I mentioned earlier, the local government need to adopt it. The state just set the guidelines. The second of all, we need to prepare a condo plan. A condo plan is required, showing the primary home and ADU are divided, including utilities, shared amenities, and boundaries. And the third, which is also very important, is a homeowner association. If your property is part of an HOA, then the Davis Sterling Act applies. HOA approval may be required, and governing document must be respected. So this is not exempt for AB 1033. So we have to respect this rule as well. So the law gives us the path, but the paperwork and local adoption bring it to life. So here's a brief summary of the timelines of this state law. To appreciate how new this law is, let's look at the timeline. It is Assembly member Phil Teen introduced the bill back in February 2023, and it passed Assembly floor with strong support with 50 votes back in May 2023. So June through September, amendments are added in Senate, and by September 11th, the Senate has given final approval. In October 2023, Governor Newsom signed AB 1033 into law, and the Secretaries of State chapters it. And exciting news, on January the 24th, the law officially takes effect. So in less than a year, AB 1033 went from an idea to law. This is very fast for California housing legislation, which tells you how much momentum there is around ADUs as a housing solution. And then let's pause for some key definitions because legal language is very important to understand. So I think everyone understands the ADUs that it should be an independent living unit with kitchen, bathroom, and sleeping spaces. And the second key term is a condominium. It is a separate ownership of the units combined with a shared ownership of a common areas. And the third one is also very important as a parcel map. It is a legal survey and subdivision process that creates new parcels. So these terms that I mentioned earlier forms the foundation of how AB 1033 is applied. If you understand this, the rest of the process makes sense. So I mentioned earlier on the date is going in the Subdivision Map Act, so we can go through it pretty quickly. So basically, those two other laws that play here. One is the Subdivision Map Act, so we have to create this parcel map and condo plans for to have AB 1033 alive, and then the second of all is HOA. We cannot go around. So basically, AB 1033 doesn't replace this. It works alongside with them. And then we can go ahead to the next slides. We wanted to go through why does it matter? So why does AB 1033 matter? Well, let's put it simple this way. It creates a new pathway to wealth and homeownership. For current homeowner, if your lot is eligible and feasible to build an ADU, and you now have a choice. You can sell it outright, you can rent it, or you can keep it as an investment. It's very flexible for the current homeowners, and then actually will help them with the equity building and growth. For the future home buyers, it means an affordable entry point into homeownership. Instead of buying a 1.5 million, I guess, condo and single townhome or single family home in San Jose, someone might buy a house at a much lower price. And for your communities, it means more units, more housing supplies, and more stability. This law is about unlocking value where it already exists and in all our backyards. The next one is this is super exciting news that we have the first breakthrough. Um, Very excited to share that Alpha X, Apex Homes, and the City of San Jose completed the first ADU condo conversion in California under AB 1033. I think this is a great example of private and public partnership that we can make everything happen. And then San Jose led the way, setting the tone for others to follow. And this is only the beginning. And then I think another important step is the mapping process. So this is what we want. Go ahead. So this is what this is our working model. So I can show you what process looks like in San Jose. So initially, we did our prelim assessment. So City of San Jose. So we have only worked with City of San Jose on this. So the city has a very comprehensive ADU condo checklist, a very clear guideline for us to follow and to see if the product qualifies. And then we prepare our application and documentations, which include the owner authorization, lien holder consent, HOA approval, and condo and site plans, utility service letters, bylaws, and then all those documents that needed on this checklist. And then a third is recordation and the final steps. So we have to report it, all the documents at the county, and then EDU gets its own new address separate from the main house. So it's a very structured process, but once you go through it, it becomes repeatable. So we're hoping that we're setting this picture for everyone to follow. I think also by working with city on the first project, I think everyone have a better understanding of the process, how the developer and then homeowners can go through this process more easily. So I think we kind of touched based on why it matters to homeowners and then why it matters to city. And then, so first of all, a lot of city have RENA quota that they need to meet. It definitely helped them with all the city to meet their RENA quota and also at the same time provide more housing supplies and provide more home ownership opportunities for the future residents. And then by creating a lower cost entry point, so those ADUs are designed to be more affordable. So it's helping with affordability of cities. And then of course, if you have more home ownership, the community will be more stable. So it promotes homeownership and long-term neighborhood investment. And the last, not the least, is um, is a policy innovation. So it helps other city to expand housing options as well. So we kind of touched base on why it's better to the current homeowners and the future homeowners. I think the main point would be the help with the equity growth. So turning part of your property into a sellable asset is something that we don't have before. Before you only have the main house or you can rent out ADUs, but by having ADU to sell separately, that you can have, it definitely can help you with the equity building and growth. And then flexibility, of course, you can keep it, rent it, sell it. You can, for example, you have a multi-generation family, and then you can keep it for your family, and they can live in there and can enjoy multi-generation living. And you can rent it for cash flows, you can sell it. So there's more options for you guys, for everyone. And then market opportunities. So the lower entry point for future buyers as well. So and also long-term value. This is not just an ADU. I think in Silicon Valley, land is also always the most valuable asset, and is and we can it's actually about the standardized housing that creates generation wealth. I think we touched base on some of this points earlier on. I think in also innovation on, I want to touch base on how a lot of lenders are open for creative financing that we also talk with a lot. So we talk with a lot of lenders. They are very open for this new program. Couple banks that they have separate financing options for ADU that we love to share with you guys in the future. I saw some comments that the presentation goes a little bit too fast. I can slow down a little bit, of course. And then choosing Apex Homes. So I think, first of all, that you can see the image here that we are the first one who got this. So we are very focusing, I think Apex Homes, we, first of all, we are very, we spend a lot of time working with cities to get approved, pre-approved plan. So now we have pre-approved plan in 10 cities. Just by San Jose alone, we have six pre-approved plans already. So there's a lot of cities that we're working with, and we're adding more cities with the pre-approved plan in our pipelines. And then we're the first one, as we mentioned earlier, to deliver AB 1033 with the real results. And then we actually already have a lot of clients that have been working with us on helping with them building ADUs and starting to do condo conversion of the ADU as well. And then the third, of course, we're Apex Home is not only ADU, it's a standardized housing. So we standardize those, and then we can complete your house in about in less than 3 months. Affordable and compliant. So our product, we are focusing on low cost, and then we're fully state certified, working on fully state certified housing. And we are also, so AB 1033 is just one thing that we're focusing on. We are focusing on all the new housing state law that come on board. We're the first one who's doing SB 684 in Steve Campbell. There's a lot of options that we're exploring right now um, uh, for homeowners to create their wealth. And then we are also doing a lot of helping homeowners doing a lot of SB9 projects. So so once we can review your property, and then we can give the best solution strategy to help you to build your wealth and create the best value for your property. I think that's kind of a summary of what we need to discuss today. And then I wanted to open up for a Q&A and happy to go through some of the topics in more detail. And then if you're ready to explore this with your property or your city or as the partner, we can definitely talk. Um, waiting to see if there are any questions popping up. Oh, so there is. Okay, got it. Let me check. Oh, so I'm going to read some of the questions that we received in the past. Um, I think there's a question from White Frusit. So his question is, as a homeowner who has already built an ADU, how can I qualify under AB 1033 if my city has not adopted the rule? What practical steps can I take in the meantime? And is there anything homeowners can do to encourage or accelerate adoption if the city seems resistant? That's a very good question. So I think we received these questions on LinkedIn's, right? Okay, got it. Perfect. Um, so with that, I think under 1033 ADUs can only be sold separately if the city adopts a local ordinance allowing it. I don't know which city you're located in. There are actually a couple of cities working on. So I can go back to some of the slides that we skipped earlier. I think there's a couple of cities that are working on city of San Diego, city of Berkeley, Sacramento, so Los Angeles. There's a couple of cities that are already working on this. I don't know which city are you in? But if your city hasn't adopted yet, you can't count on map and sell your ADU at this time. But in the meantime, keep your permanent records in order, consider renting the units, and start the conversation with the city staff or housing advocates, so you can prepare your application. So once the adoption happens, you're ready. You can always also play an active role by speaking at council meetings, writing letters, or working with the local housing group to encourage your city to adopt the ordinance sooner. Let's see some of the constraint-related setbacks, fire access, which makes certain homes ineligible for 1033. Um, that's a very good question. I'm recording. Yeah, so right now, if you have the existing ADU and it's a legal ADU, then it shouldn't be an issue. So we need to look at your permit record, and we can discuss further into whether the ADU has been built legally or has when you build the ADU, whether it met all the setback and fire access requirements. We can definitely um, do more research on your property. And then next question from Trami. Can I build an ADU in a multifamily zone property? Yes, you can. We can definitely review that as well. So state of California allow you to build in a multifamily zone as well. Yes. We can look at your property and see what multifamily zone are you located at, and then we can see how many ADU, what square footage that you can build on your site. And then I will go back to some of the questions received earlier. Yeah, yeah, I think that's, I'm trying to see any other comments that we have received. Yeah, and then of course, this recording will be sent out to check with, so here, let me check. So we'll be sharing the webinar recording, our bi-weekly linking newsletter. So please subscribe to our newsletter so you can get the recording. Yeah, I didn't see any more question coming up, but if you want to do, so you can reach out to us and book a one-on-one consultation with us. We can look at your property and help you to find the best solution for your property. And then our goal is to creating the best value and the best fit for your land and your family as well. So if you're ready, you can reach out to Apex Home or contact information is right here on the slides. You can call us, you can visit our website, you can visit our office, and then let's just do it together and then begin shaping the future of housing together. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for joining me today.